sparkly.
I'm bubbly.
And together, we're Minnaragua.
The fresh, sparkling water for those who are bubbling over with life.
And crave new experiences.
Are you thirsty for adventure, more laughs, and more excitement?
With Minnaragua in hand, it's easy to live life with sparkle.
Just look for the glass bottles with tiny bubbles wrapped in blue.
And you'll taste and feel the difference of Minnaragua sparkling water.
Minnaragua, get your fizz.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2,913. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and my cock. Montgomery! All right, the men's room. On tap today, it is a random question. Your guess is as good as mine. Categories: annoying neighbors and 100. As the men's room is back, get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted. Clack, drinking a dog. All right, here we go. Noise complaint leads to 71 beagles in deplorable conditions being found living here in Allentown. Meanwhile, a man is hiking in the Netherlands and is shocked at what he finds in a cage laying on the ground. 3 teen girls who don't like boy watch as he's hauled out of school in shackles and chains. In Germany, a remarkable robbery at Vineyard that definitely took some brains. Yeah. And a Florida gas station owner is tired of people warming up pee in his microwave. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. Now, as predictable as the world has become, there's still a few surprises here and there. Familiar with the dating site plentyoffish.com? Well, no one would be surprised that a woman posted a profile after her boyfriend dumped her. They were surprised that she wasn't looking to replace him. They were actually looking for someone to kill him. That's right. She was trying to hire a hitman through the dating website. And that's not what anyone was expecting to find. But on that note, we go to the Netherlands, where a jogger, he went for a routine run through a local park. And they were pretty surprised to discover an abandoned lion cub in a cage in the middle of a park in the Netherlands. And I think that would surprise anyone as well, unless you're jogging through a zoo. But I think equally surprising would be, say, finding, I don't know, a king cobra in a crate of soda. And no, I don't mean king cobra malt liquor. I mean the actual snake, a king cobra in a crate of soda. Actually, it's not that surprising because it happened in India, where apparently king cobras show up everywhere. But these are some of the stories that we saw that led us to many questions. Questions we'd like to ask you in the form of a random question. And this is how it works. You call us, we ask you a question at complete random. And after you share your story, we will share with you the news story that inspired said question. Be part of the big show and the random question. Call 844-999-OLA. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send your emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Hola, Cholas, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2,913. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. This will be a guaranteed future repeat on tap for you. Ask the Men's Room coming up. If you have a question for any of us here in the Men's Room, shoot us an email to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. We'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. Another round of Profile This. Your guess is as good as mine. Categories are going to be neighbors that annoy you. And
naggers?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the top 10 ways to live to be 100 years old.
So if you want to be 100 years old, these
10 ways?
10 ways to live to be 100 years old.
Don't drink out. I can't think of, there's obvious stuff. I could guess maybe 4. But
someone looked at 100 interviews done with people who lived to be at least 100 years old.
Look, in my experience, and it's just every once in a while they'll say, 110-year-old farmer in this country or whatever. What I have found to be universal in all of their statements, but I would doubt it's on this list, it's hard living, man. I mean, whether it's like I drink whiskey every day or I smoke cigar, and I can't believe
it's a combination.
Like, it worked for them, but I can't believe that would be like the doctor. Hey, man, you want to reach triple digits? You need to drink more whiskey.
I don't want to get too much into it, but it is. It's an actual stats from people who live to be over 100, and yes, there are definitely those people who say I have a shot every day,
or work harder,
like a shot,
or they say I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
So it's one or the other, but they're still 100 years old. So they didn't do this for the standpoint of trying to make it healthy.
Well, they weren't trying to reach 100. They just happen. You never hear them say, hey, this was my goal. It's like, I can't believe I'm still alive. You had that story about a month ago, and I can't remember where the woman was. It was a different country, like Ukraine or something, but like.
She was hating life.
She was a farmer.
She's the oldest person on earth.
Right. And so when they interview her, you expect her at least to say like, hey, I can't believe it. She's like, I've seen the death of all my children. This is a curse from God. Like, wow, this is not that feel-good story you were looking for, is it?
Look, my grandmother, she's 92 years old. And she just, I don't even think she's trying to be depressing. She's like, well, the phone doesn't ring too much anymore because all my friends are dead.
But that's all they know.
Jesus. Goddamn, Grandma, I'll call you. You know what I mean? I know, but you're not my friend. You're my grandson. That's fine.
Yeah,
all my friends
it's an obligation.
They really are.
She's right.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of it, you're like, well, I'm the last one here. What the hell's going to do?
Well, my great-grandmother, man, she lived to be like 100-something, right? But she was still pretty sharp toward the end of her life. But I did not realize that she had 10 children. I knew 2 of them. One was my grandmother, my other my grand-aunt, great-aunt, whatever you call it. But talking to her, and I'm maybe like 10 years old at this point, and she was a terrifying woman because in spite of her age and how frail she was, it was still, I don't know, man, it's like talking to Emperor Palpatine, right? Like, she looks messed up, man. It's been a lot of age, but you don't ever, right? But when she talks, she's like, well, I just want you to grow up to be strong. I've seen the death of 8 of my children. And I'm just like, oh my God, man. Jeez, I don't want to talk to her anymore.
So the categories are going to be the top 10 ways to live to be 100, and the other category you can pick from is the 10 most annoying things that your neighbors do. That is coming up with your guess is as good as mine. Did the phones get back up? Do we get them working?
I don't know, man. They're working on it before the show.
You want to try to, hey, Mike, you got a cell phone? You want to try to call in? I know we probably should have done that before, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't. We'll just
They told it, like, why don't you guys get this done before the show? Like, because it's us, and this is just how we roll.
Let's see here. Let's just take one.
Random.
All right. I don't think Mike's phone's working.
It's not working. Oh, damn. All right. Wait.
Oh, there it is. It even says Mike Hawk. Let's take him. Let's take him. Hey.
Shall we? All right.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Mike, how are you today, man?
Not doing too bad. How are you guys today?
We're doing great, man. What do you do for a living? Where do you live?
Live out in Issaquah. I produce a radio show.
Oh, no kidding. What's the name of the show? I hate that. I don't listen to the radio, so who does, right?
Yeah, it's some dudes.
Okay. And what do you guys talk about?
It's like that man's show.
Are you, you probably are disgusting and shock jocks, right?
It's pretty much it.
Okay.
We just talk about farts and beer and whatnot.
Hey, do you know anybody that can help me? I got a friend getting married this weekend. I was wondering, do you know, can you come and DJ the wedding?
I do have a friend. His name's Ted. He's real great at this kind of stuff. And he
I've heard of my head.
I get him at a really good rate.
He used to do it on the East Coast.
Sure. Wait a minute. You have a friend named Ted as well. That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right, Mike, here is your random question. What would you say was the cause of, and this is actually a question inspired by our newsman, Mike Hawk, who ran the story just a couple episodes ago. What would be the cause of your worst hangover?
What would be the cause of my worst hangover?
Correct. We always
You know what he said. Why would you repeat the goddamn
something
question?
Something that we point the finger at. Yeah, the way we... Yeah.
I just thought that's what we do.
Okay. You're the guy at the meeting I hate most.
Yeah, what was the culprit?
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Jim Beam bourbon.
Jim Beam. And how many Jim Beams?
About half a bottle.
You drank a half a bottle of Jim Beam?
Man. All right. Well, that's not the culprit. It's how much
Why?
you consumed.
Why did you drink a half bottle of Jim Beam?
It was a long weekend with my brother-in-law. We were downstairs in the basement. We were playing video games all night long. We hadn't gone out to the liquor store the night beforehand, and so we didn't have anything fresh in the fridge. And so we went over there, and it turns out that we had this bottle that we had bought like a year ago of Jim Beam bourbon. And we took a couple sips of it, didn't really like it. Of course, we were 21 at the time, so we didn't really like much of any alcohol at the time. So we decided, all right, screw it, let's just get through this bottle of bourbon. And he and I started throwing that thing back shot for shot. And then I took that one last and final shot, where as soon as it started going down, I could tell that I was about to have a bad night. And sure enough, 20 minutes later, I was going every 5 minutes into the bathroom, just giving back every last one.
It's better keep it in your stomach. Well, the reason we asked.
And what's worse is I had to move a friend the next day, and so I woke up in the morning with the worst hangover of my life, and I actually had to help a friend move.
Oh, hey, man, we've been there.
We have been there before.
Been there. Hey, thanks for the call, Mike.
We appreciate it, Mike.
Don't ever call back again.
Hang on. I'm going to give you guys some phone dong.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hang on.
Very good.
Phone dong.
Reason we asked what caused your worst hangover, according to TwinCities.com, numerous birds have started to act erratically in the Midwest. In one town in particular, Gilbert, Minnesota, causing concerns of citizens who are calling the police and reporting the animals which have been flying into buildings and cars. All this bad behavior is due to accidental drunkenness. Reason behind the occurrence is certain berries we have in the area have fermented earlier than usual by an early frost, which in turn has expedited the fermenting process. According to the police chief, there is no need to call law enforcement about these birds, as they should sober up within a short period of time, according to the sheriff.
I mean, unless they're driving. Why would you call the police? What do you expect the police to do?
Yeah, I don't think cops have cuffs that fit little birds.
Listen to this.
That's
one.
a stool pigeon.
Since a frost hit Gilbert early, many birds that usually fly south all winter are not flying anywhere. They're staying in the area. Generally, younger birds' livers cannot handle the toxins as effectively as some of the more mature birds.
Much like people.
The press release. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it's by accident? Right.
The first one.
The first one, right. But think about it. So, what is it in India, I believe, where these elephants once a year very intentionally visit this one town, because this one town once a year has, what is their wine?
Something ferments in barrels.
Right. And the elephants like getting drunk. The unfortunate part is that when they get drunk, much like people, they do damage. Unlike people, they're elephants.
That's right.
But they know where they're going. Like deer love eating weed.
Yeah.
Because they get stoned.
All animals love eating weed.
I think, like you said, that first berry, bird got drunk. I think the other birds looked at him and said, man, take your wing and point where you got that berry.
Because that's the only reason they're not leaving, right? It's because of the alcohol.
Yeah, they're staying in.
Yeah, they keep coming back, man.
Why would you wouldn't leave the bar either if you
Hell
got free
no.
drinks.
It's free.
You got nowhere to be.
It's
Like,
there.
we'll make up time. We'll get
figure
there.
it out, guys.
We'll get there.
You know what? No set plan.
This is missing your flight at the airport because you sat at the bar too long.
It's just staying warmer longer. Gilbert Police Department kept a sense of humor regarding the rash of flying sots, they say, asking residents to please not call them unless the animals are spotted after midnight with Taco Bell items.
See what they did?
Oh, those crazy cats. Random question, 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Anthony. Welcome to the men's room.
Random.
Hola. All right, Mike, just let the creepy ones through.
Hi, Anthony. You okay?
Oh, geez.
You all right? Hello. You okay?
Hello?
You all right?
I'm good.
Okay. You sure? All right, here you go. This is just for you. Custom tailored random question. Are you ready, Anthony?
All right.
Have you ever dated anyone who was nuts?
It was what?
Nuts.
Crazy, cuckoo, off the rocker.
I mean, I only dated one girl.
You only dated one girl?
And was she nuts?
Yeah. I mean, she is nuts a little bit.
Are you high right now, Anthony?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, you don't ever get high. Because then
you flatline, brother.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, man, it might not be a good thing.
So are you still dating this woman, or is that a thing of the past now?
Yeah, I still am.
Still dating? How long have you guys been dating?
5 years.
Wow, okay.
Does she like you because of your spark?
Man, I know I have a quiet voice, but I'm pretty cool.
All right, okay.
Now, you strike me as a chill individual, brother, believe me.
I'm sure. Cool under pressure.
Definitely.
Are you actually cool under pressure, or do you just sound like this, and when the S hits the fan, like you freak out?
Oh, I
I freak out usually, but I don't know.
See, that makes it more entertaining.
Have you ever gotten high before, Anthony? Yes.
No.
You have not?
I don't buy that, man.
No. I'm wondering what happens when you do, because I'd like to see that.
All right.
He's like, all right.
Okay,
sure,
stop by sometime. 20-year-old Avalon Fishback, that's a real name, Avalon Fishback. The reason we asked, have you ever dated someone who was nuts? She lives in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and she recently went on Plenty of Fish, the dating app, after her...
Don't act like you don't know.
After her boyfriend dumped her. Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
That sounds like a Christian dating thing. Is it?
No. Plenty of fish.
Okay.
Go fishing where there's plenty of fish.
Or there's a ton of fish in the sea. Get back out there. Plenty of fish.
All right.
Drop your bait.
I see. But
Let's
she
get
wasn't
scaly.
I like how you get to. Is that a Christian thing? Like, no.
Whenever I hear fish and all that stuff, I just kind of think like Plenty of Fish is like I don't know.
So Jesus fish?
Yeah, like Jesus fish.
So every time
that's the only time it shows up on a bumper sticker.
Like, to the Christians' credit, like, they're pretty specific. It's called like ChristianMingle.com.
Right. Oh, they have one. All right.
Yeah, they don't try to be. They want to be very clear about who joins.
What about J-Date?
Yeah, I get it.
I think Jewish people were pretty clear about
it. Exactly. It says they're right on the list.
Black Planet. I mean, there's been a few of these things.
Farmers
Only.
We understand what's happening.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any black people on Farmers Only.
There's like one dude.
Are you allowed to be on Black Planet and be white?
I think you're allowed.
Are you allowed to be on J-Date and be, not Jewish?
I'm sure you could.
I just think you probably going to end up going to Plenty of Fish.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, do they really go like, you can't be in here?
No, I think you could be on there.
Okay.
It's just everyone on there is not interested.
Right. They're there for a specific reason. And it's like, actually, I'm not Christian. I'm just here. They're like,
hello.
All right. I was looking for a Christian dude that I could marry.
I'm not. My name's Christian.
She gets on Plenty of Fish, and she's not just looking for someone to replace her boyfriend, but she's looking for someone to also kill him. So she started chatting with 2 different guys and tried to hire them as hitmen. She made offers to at least 4 men total, including 2 on Plenty of Fish, 1 guy on Snapchat, and a 4th guy who says she offered him $600 to do it. What do you think you're worth dead?
Dead?
Like, what would someone pay to have you killed, do you think? Because that seems like a low number. I would want to know, like, after I found out later on. Like,
what is someone willing to
in
spend?
Plenty of Fish's defense, that is not the website for that. I don't know if there is a website for finding him.
There is, but I bet you it's on the dark web. Rob and I were talking about this earlier.
Snapchat.
Why would you go to your average social media? I mean, there's all kinds of... There's subgenres. There's the dark web. Like, why? Why would you go to a dating website? Like, I'll give you some of this if you kill my ex.
Well, one of the guys on Plenty of Fish, he said, I'll
red
do
flag.
it. $1,000. Got to pay me $1,000. But she backed out when he said he was already facing charges for something else. So she probably thought he had too much heat on her or whatever. But luckily, the other guy she met on...
When someone offers to do a hit for you, I would really feel like if you believe they're not working for the cops, I feel like you would just go ahead and take that. Do you have references? I'm uncomfortable with this.
Luckily, the other guy she met on Plenty of Fish went to the cops, and she's now facing charges for first-degree solicitation of murder. Keep in mind, this woman's name, again, is Avalon Fishback. And there's a nugget right here at the bottom of the story for Minnesota. It says, in other perfect name news, 2 high schoolers in Minnesota won homecoming king and queen last week. Their names are Adam King and Jordan Queen.
That's why
That's
they won.
unbelievable. Yeah, crazy.
Avalon Fishback?
Avalon Fishback.
Sounds like a jazz singer.
They call me Avalon Fishback. It's because I got bad scales on my back.
Abalone. Is that like abalone? Like
abalone.
Abalone.
Looks like mother of pearl, kind of.
Okay. I was like,
shiny.
There's a lot of fish in that name.
Is that related to bologna?
Wait a minute. Wait. So abalone kind of refers to something from fish, and her last name is Fishback.
I think so, right?
Jeez. Come on, man.
You know what, Miles? You're right. Christian stuff.
Yeah. Or Ava means bird. So it can also mean, yeah.
Does Ava mean bird?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
I feel like he should know that.
I know.
No, I do. I don't remember what my kids' names mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know I looked it up to make sure it didn't mean like vagina or penis. You know what I mean? Like, I remember looking at it to make sure it didn't mean something like dingleberry. But I don't remember what they mean.
Right.
And I'll never look again. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Chris, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Chris, you like beer?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be specific. What is your go-to when it comes to buying beer? In like bottles, cans, half rack, full rack. What do you buy? 22-ounce bomber. Specifically, if you could go buy something, what is your go-to brand of beer?
usually just go for the Coors Light.
All right. How many are we buying?
Depends. Usually me and my girlfriend can knock off an 18-pack or a full case in the night. I don't know.
That's pretty impressive. You and your girlfriend can knock off an 18-pack?
But it's Coors Light.
It's not that crazy.
Which is nothing against Coors Light, but like...
I know, but the girlfriend, you think, like, I'm sorry, she probably has like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're knocking back 15?
You have to say, he might have 14 of them.
How many can you knock back?
Saturday night we did, I think we each did like 8.
Okay.
And plus we were having shots of Crown Little Apple.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Festive.
Reason we asked, what do you normally get when you buy beer? Natty Light just released a new 77-pack, which obviously makes your 30-pack look weak and tiny. The 77-pack comes in a sturdy hexagon-shaped cardboard box with handles, and you'll need them because it weighs 65 pounds. The bad news, but the good news for Ted, they are only on sale in College Park, Maryland.
CP!
At the University of Maryland.
Where I grew up.
Where they have already wholeheartedly embraced these things.
Hell yeah.
They're already having drinking contests.
Sure, they're selling them at my old liquor store.
No, they are between frats. They're having drinking contests between, like, you got 5 dudes, I got 5 dudes. We'll finish.
I had this conversation, like, just a few days ago. How many of us needed to finish it?
I think 15.
Get real.
Come on.
77?
Yeah.
Well, I think you underestimate.
Man,
but
these are college
I don't want to
kids.
be there for 8 hours. We
They
should be able to
won't
do this
be.
in 3.
I'm saying 8 dudes could punch that thing.
More of the random question coming up. 844-999. Ola, you are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, your guess is as good as mine. The categories will be annoying neighbors and how to live to be 100 years old. In the meantime, it is our random question. 844-999. Ola.
Random.
Let's go to Portland, Oregon, shall we? Hello, Jay. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Random.
Or let's not. Big dramatic build-up. Hello, Jay.
Hola.
Hola.
We're on a delay, Jay, because you're in Oregon.
No, I wasn't really sure you were talking to me because it didn't get any louder.
All right. Jay, here's your random
I've
question.
been listening to you guys since you came to Seattle, and I've streamed you guys across 3 states.
Appreciate that, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
Across 3 states. What are the 3 states?
Well, of course, Washington, Oregon, and Arizona.
All right. Cool. So we are rocking the tri-state, in fact. All right, let's go with this one. Who would you like to drop kick? You know what a drop kick is, where you take both feet flying in the air and you just pound someone, you know what I mean?
And we're limiting this to one.Maybe it just speaks to who I am, but I'm like, endless.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Rolodex of people I'd like to drop kick.
Who would you like to drop kick?
Top of my list has to be my mother-in-law.
Oh, the mother-in-law.
Yeah. Would you just come up to her, she's in the kitchen washing dishes, just drop kick her right in the middle of the back, or how would you do it? How do you get this vision?
You know, that does sound pretty good.
All right. What is it about her?
I would prefer to do it in front of the fire pit.
What is it about her that makes you want to drop kick her?
She reminds me of my mother.
She reminds you of your mother.
Damn.
Well, why wouldn't you want to drop kick your own mother?
Because I can at least get myself from her.
All right. Okay.
At least it's your mother, right?
Yeah. The Insane Clown Posse.
I don't like my mother-in-law because she reminds me of my mother.
Wouldn't that mean that you don't like your mother?
That's what I'm reading
Right,
out of it.
exactly. The Insane Clown Posse, you know them. They are big pro wrestling fans. And Limp Bizkit and ICP, as they like to be known, were both part of the Rock Allegiance Festival. This happens in New Jersey. And Saturday night during Limp Bizkit's set, Shaggy 2 Dope hit the stage, ran up on Fred Durst from behind, and tried to drop kick him into the crowd. Unfortunately, he barely tapped him. Now in wrestling, you barely tap a guy, he goes flying like he just got hit by a wrecking ball. But here in the real world, Fred just turned around and called him the P word while security wrapped him up.
A pustule?
Yeah, pretty much. Pustule.
You pustule. So wait a minute. They're actually doing their show.
Oh, Fred's up
Limp
on
Bizkit's
stage.
actually doing their show or whatever.
Yeah, and he comes up and tries to drop kick him into the crowd and falls flat on the ground on the stage.
I mean, look, as far as I know, no one really likes Fred Durst. But I mean, do ICP and Limp Bizkit have some insignificant beef with each other, or is it just something that you think ICP would do? Because to me,
No. It goes back a while.
Really?
And I guess they were on the same bill or something, but it is too old.
Both bands are too old to have
Yeah, like it just looks ridiculous. And he didn't even do it. Can you imagine running up on stage, you drop kick somebody, and you miss them?
Dude, that's right. I mean, that's,
And who
I
knows?
couldn't even imagine trying to time out a drop kick.
I can't imagine.
I've never done one. You know
Who
what
would
I mean?
be on stage? Well, you know what? Vince Neil.
Yeah, but you'd really have to let it get behind it.
We need like 3 of us to run it. And actually, you know, he's just kind of a turd, but I still wouldn't want to drop kick him off the stage.
No. That's the thing. Even if he got it, like, you're just going to kick Durst into the crowd? Like,
but, you know, when you say it like that, you kind of go, you know, when you say it out loud, I get it. Think about what you just said. You're just going to kick Fred Durst into a crowd like
back in the day. Unbelievable.
Random.
Yeah.
It's just not cool anymore.
It's really not. Hello, DJ. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, liquor and yours, boy.
Liquor and yours.
DJ, let's go this one. What do you believe that you have the skill level that you could teach someone else to do?
I spent 30 years as an electrician, so I'm not bad at it.
So you've had a couple apprentices in your day?
Yeah, even had my son.
Okay.
Ruined him.
Is he licensed, or are you family electricians?
Yeah, no, he's a 3rd generation IBEW.
Okay. Out of the 3 generations, who would you say does the best work?
Oh, my father.
For sure.
And he forgot more than I ever knew.
Okay. And then how about what you passed down to your son?
I don't know. He still calls me from work. I'm retired now.
So it just goes by generation.
Is it with questions on how to fix stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, troubleshoot things.
That's cool. Yeah, that's very cool.
I don't think I have a skill I could teach someone that's worth anything.
You can probably teach someone how to introductory bass, right?
I can teach. Yeah, I can teach someone. I've taught my son to do the. And to me, this is a big deal. Most young men agree with this. Teaching him how to make the fart sound with his armpit.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was a mountain he wanted to climb, and when he did, we were both so jacked that it was ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The reason we asked, what could you teach someone to do? I'm trying to think of anything I could teach someone to do.
Recipes.
Yeah.
How to cook? Maybe how to cook?
Yeah. Actually, he's interested in that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Springfield man is in jail after authorities say he filmed himself using a butter knife and a screwdriver to remove an ankle monitor and posted the video on Facebook.
Jeez, man.
Court records show that Dustin Burns pleaded guilty. This is how you take an ankle break, he says, without breaking the circuit.
Oh, attaboy.
Man advises viewers to remove the ankle monitor without damage it, thus avoiding thousands of dollars in fines and going where you want. He is a man.
And posted it.
He posted it right there on his Facebook. How's the end of that?
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.
I'm Sparkly.
I'm Bubbly.
And together,
We're Minnaragua, the fresh, sparkling water for those who are bubbling over with life.
and crave new experiences.
Are you thirsty for adventure, more laughs, and more excitement?
With Minnaragua in hand, it's easy to live life with sparkle.
Just look for the glass bottles with tiny bubbles wrapped in blue.
And you'll taste and feel the difference of Minnaragua sparkling water.
Minnaragua, get your fizz.